Hey everyone, this video is an addendum to my stuffed chicken wings recipe, and in this video I'm just going to debone the wings so you can just watch it with me, debone it with me so you don't have to keep rewinding to watch the technique. I'm going to be doing 8 wings, so you got lots to come, okay? So just hang out with me and watch me debone wings. So since I've got lots to do, I'm going to just go and remove the drums from all of them first. So do bulk actions, makes it go faster. Again, if you're cutting this part and it feels stuck, that means you're on the bone, you're not on the cartilage. Move your knife a little bit until it feels like it easily goes through with no problem. Okay, you don't want to ruin your knife by trying to cut through bone. And I find it easier to flip it this way because you can kind of see where the cartilage is. Whereas the other side, the skin is thicker, so it's harder to see like where the joint is. Oh, I hit a bone, move the knife, and we're good to go. Again, you can debone the whole piece. It's a lot harder, but if you want to, that is an option for you. Okay, so again, with a sharp knife, go around the joint. And at this point, you're trying to cut the ligament and the tendon that's holding the meat onto the bone, okay? And then use your right hand to push, or left hand if you're left-handed. And at this point, you're just trying to push to see if your meat has been released. I see that it hasn't. I see a little bit of ligament holding the bone onto the meat here. You see that? That's what you want to go back and release. So just take a knife and do a quick slit, and then we're free. Push that down. Now I'm free. Use your finger, go through the bone just to hold it. Push it through. Now, obviously, this is not the only technique out there. If you've got other technique, you can definitely use those. This is just kind of what I have figured out is easiest for me. There we go. Okay. Let's just try to stay here. Round, 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 round. Push the meat down. Got a little bit stuck here again. Push the meat down. We're good. Finger through the hole and pull it off like a sock. Pop the joint. Like that. Oh, the other one came out too. Cut the joint. Cut around the joint, I should say. And again, you can use a smaller knife if a big knife like this makes you nervous, but make sure it's sharp, otherwise you're going to have a hard time cutting through the ligament. Here. This one is always gives me a bit of trouble. There's one little piece there. Okay, now we're good. Finger through the hole, pull it down, like taking off a sock. Taking off your Christmas stockings, which no one actually wears. And the last bone is always a little harder because it becomes slippery because you've got less thing to hold on to now. And sometimes you lose that little piece of meat to the bone. That's okay. I just like take it off and stuff it back in. And it'll just make its way into the recipe somehow. Stuff it back in. Stuff it back in. If there are feathers, remove them. Okay. And I got the idea of doing these like just technique video and just letting it go, because when I'm searching YouTube to watch a particular technique, I always find that I keep having to rewind it just to watch it over and over again, because like, you know, you need to see things a couple times. And I wish they would just, you know, show you again and again and again and again. So I figured, you know, some of you out there are probably going to want to see this multiple times and maybe like see it as you're doing it with me. So I would just show you a lot. Pop the joint. Pop the joint. Yeah, the smaller bone is always a little trickier because it's slippery. There we go. And peel it off. Don't throw away the bones. The bones are good stock material. Just save them for chicken stock. And if you're using a big knife like this, make sure you hold the knife close to the blade. That way you have control of the knife. It doesn't slip. And I know it looks a lot scarier than it actually is. Like once you hold it, you feel like, okay, like I've got this. This doesn't feel wobbly. It feels quite stable. Oh, come on. This is what happens when I talk while I'm doing this. I also find that some wings are harder than others, almost like the chicken is a little more mature, so their bones and ligaments and things are stronger, and then others it's just a little easier to pull everything through. It's maybe because the chicken's younger, who knows. This guy seems like he was a strong chicken. And I do realize that if you've got really fat fingers, this might be a little tricky to grab it on like this. You don't need to put your finger through the hole. It just becomes an easy place to hold. But if you can't put your finger through the hole, then, you know, just do your best. Do your best. There we go. For this last one, let's do a super close up, and I'll go extra slow. Just below this joint, cut through. Push the meat down with your right hand. And so the wingtip serves as a nice handle too, so you can push it. As always, we got a little bit of stuck ligament that won't cut through. Okay, now we're good. Finger in between the two bones to grab. If you can't do this for whatever reason, just hold it like this. It's a little slipperier, or use your pinky. Pull it through, pop the joint, and pull it out. Ta-da! Yay! Yay! Beautiful. And that's it. I hope that was helpful. For the full video on what I turned these guys into, make sure you check the link in the description below. The recipe is really delicious. You don't want to miss it. All right, see you later.